Now the next question. Measures fly-by-night tour operators. They have availed ITC in respect of certain transactions where no supplier was existent or person not doing any business from the registered place of business. Now here the jurisdictional Deputy Commissioner of GST wants to restrict the utilization of credit by fly-by-night. You have been approached by fly-by-night to give your advice on the following questions raised. Is it possible for the department to restrict? So here the utilization of ITC which is already availed. The first question is relating to what utilization of the ITC which has been already availed here, relating to the utilization of the ITC which has already been availed, and if yes, under what circumstances this can be done. So here we have ITC have been available, so they can definitely restrict the utilization, and they have inserted rule 86A. This rule 86A has been inserted, and which is providing for the conditions for use of amount which is available in ITC, amount available in electronic credit ledger. So this was an amendment that you have to make the reference for that rule 86A, which has been inserted with effect from 26/12 to 2019. So this was in relation to this particular question relating to the amendment which has been made. Next is what measures Jagjeevan has filed GSTR Form 3B return after the due date prescribed for filing it. They have late filed the return. The adjudicating authorities of the opinion that penalties to be levied under section 73(9) and 73(11) of the CGST Act, and has decided to pass the order levying 10% of the tax or 10,000, which is higher, on the ground that the amount collected as tax has not been paid within the period of 30 days from the due date of payment of tax. Discuss the decision of the adjudicating authority or its correctness. So we have seen a CBIC has issued a circular in this regard for levy of penalty under section 73. Basically, there is a need of what? Issuance of SCN. So issuance of SCN is mandatory there. Now here CBIC has clarified that penalty under section 73(11) cannot be levied. However, penalty can be levied under section 125, the general penalty can be levied. And they are also asking, discuss the limitation. So this has been provided in our book as well as in the compiler. Also discuss the law of limitation for issuance of show cause notice under section 73 and passing of the adjudication order. So you have to write that show cause notice, they can be issued involving normal period of limitation, that is 2 years and 9 months from the end of the financial year, when the end of the year, when the due date of furnishing the annual return expires. From that particular time limit is the time limit is counted. And for adjudication is what? A period of 3 years from that particular date. The show cause notice and their time limitation must be discussed by you in this particular question. So this was also 4 marks which we have discussed. It was a theoretical one, and first one was relating to the CBIC circular. Now here the next question is, list out the conditions for eligibility of duty credit slip entitlement under SEIS and determine whether, we have to first list out the conditions here and determine whether the following cases are eligible for the benefits. So here the person must be, the person who is eligible for SEIS, he must be active, he must have active IEC, and beside this, in case he is an individual service supplier, he must have earned net foreign exchange earnings must be US dollar 10,000, and in other cases it must be US dollar 15,000 during the current financial year net foreign exchange earnings. Now, this is, you have to mention, and mode 1 and mode 2. Service exports, they are eligible. So here Raj is an individual, has received US dollar 12,500. US dollar 12,500 he has received as a consideration for services which have been provided during the year. But he has incurred $3,000 towards services received from abroad. So net foreign exchange earnings works out to be 12,500 minus 3,000, that is 9,500 US dollars. And he has also received US dollar 4,000 towards employment rendered abroad. Now this is services which are rendered abroad. These are the services which have been rendered abroad here through presence of natural persons in any other country. Therefore, it is mode 4. Same will not be eligible. So since his net foreign exchange earnings, we are presuming that this is provided abroad itself. So in this particular case, since his net foreign exchange earnings are 9,500 US dollars, he won't be eligible for SEIS. Then Measures Services Limited has received US dollar 16,000 as foreign exchange during the year towards share capital. So now they have received towards the, basically it is issuance of foreign equity. The same won't be eligible. And Anita has received consideration of US dollar 15,000 as consideration during the year. Assume that except in case 3, above others have an active IC. Since she is not having active IEC, she will not be eligible for the benefit of service exports, okay, from India scheme. So this was the question number 5th which we have discussed. Now the next question is, Mr. Mahendran is agreed by the order of revisional authority, wants to make an appeal to the first appellate authority. While commenting on the decision of Mr. Mahendra, you are also required to state the powers of revisional authority to revise the orders by subordinate officers. So one is section 108. Now here, if any person is aggrieved by order of the revisional authority which has been made under section 108, the appeal will lie to the second appellate authority. Appeal will lie to Goods and Services Tax Appellate Tribunal. So it will lie to this, basically GST 8, Goods and Services Tax Appellate Tribunal is second appellate authority. So here he has to be informed about this. In case you are agreed by the order which has been passed by a revisional authority, you can go and file an appeal to the tribunal within 3 months from the date when the order sought to be appealed against is communicated to you. And condonation of delays there for a period of further period of 3 months. Besides this, they are also asking what is the time period of revisional authority to exercise the powers of the revision. So this has been, you can go through section 108 here. And in case if the revisional authority basically may pass any order on any point which has not been raised and decided in appeal before the expiry of what? A period of 1 year from the date of the order in appeal, or period of 3 years from the date of initial order, whichever is later. So fundamentally you can go through this same, and that has been provided in 108. Then what are the members of, who are the members of GST Council? And enumerate, they're asking enumerate any 2 recommendations that can be made by GST Council. This is discussed in our first chapter. So you can refer this theoretical question there. So this was one theoretical question which has been asked basically. Now the next question is, discuss with the reasons whether registration is required under the CGST Act in the following independent cases. Number 1 is a casual taxable person has provided interstate supply of the notified products. Now basically casual taxable person is mandatorily required to obtain registration, but he has made interstate supply of notified products being textile hand printing amounting to rupees 19.25 lakhs during the month of January. Those products were made by craftsmen by both hand and machines equally. Now here basically the benefit of exemption is available in respect of the goods, specified goods, which are supplied by craftsmen. Exemption is available provided they are predominantly made by hand. They must be predominantly made by hand. However, some machine work may also be involved. However, some machinery may be used in the process. But here they have stated that they are used equally, so they won't be getting the benefit of the exemption which has been provided in the notification, though they have fulfilled the condition that their turnover is below the threshold limit. Besides that, they have obtained the PAN and they have generated e-way bill for the supply, but still, because the craftsman has used both say hand and machine equally, therefore here the benefit of the exemption will not be available in this particular case which has been provided in the notification. Therefore, these casual taxable persons, they will be required to get themselves say registered, because exemption notifications are to be construed very strictly here. Next one is Bantu of Delhi. He is doing trading business across India and his intra-state, he is making intra-state turnover. Details are as available. Taxable supplies made from Delhi is rupees 18 lakhs. Taxable supply made from Delhi is 18 lakhs. Then exempt supplies. Exempt supplies have been effected from the state of Andhra Pradesh. That is what? 10 lakhs. Now he is effecting exempt supplies from Andhra Pradesh. Beside this, both taxable and exempt supplies have been made from the state of Tamil Nadu, that is 5 lakhs and say 6 lakhs respectively. Now here the aggregate turnover is how much? This is 18 lakhs plus 10 lakhs. Exempt supplies will also be counted, and 5 lakhs plus 6 lakhs. Because he is exclusive supplier of goods, we presume that he is exclusive supplier of goods. He is engaged in say trading business. Therefore, 18 plus 10 plus 5 plus 6. The threshold limit is what? 40 lakh rupees in his case, and his aggregate turnover is up to 39 lakhs only. Therefore, he will not be required to obtain the registration in this particular case. So this was about the registration requirement which has been asked here. Next question is, Mr. X has imported some items from abroad. Since he was unable to make the self-assessment, he has sought for provisional assessment pending technical testing on 29/4/20, and the technical report was received on 5/5/20. Now discuss what is the time limit available to officer for finalizing the provisional assessment as per the law and guide Mr. X as and when of his provisional assessment will be finalized. So for this purpose, we have already discussed about these regulations, that is customs, finalization of provisional assessment regulations. These regulations have been framed in 2018, and whenever this information, this technical report has been received by the proper officer, he will finalize the same within a period of 2 months from the receipt of this report. And here the commissioner can extend the said period for a further period of say 3 months. So you can go through these regulations. This is a theoretical question, so you can go through the same and inform write about the time limits for completion of the provisional assessment in customs. So overall the paper was a bit above average, but in case if you have conceptual understanding and you properly write your working notes, then you can easily score marks. And basically all these types of questions have already been covered in our book as well as in the compiler also. Past exam questions are there, and further more questions which have been made by us, these are covered. So there is no as such, you are getting say point wise marking is there, step wise marking is there. How much steps you write, you are allotted what? Marks for the same. So basically indirect tax laws paper, when we are seeing from last 2 to 3 attempts, they are framing new questions, and we have to be conceptually very much clear for attempting those questions. So first of all, I would wish all of you a very good luck for your examination results, because you have appeared in the exams in so much difficult times. Most of the students have thought for opting out. So many videos were made by various persons that you should opt out. But basically the thing is what we have to face the consequences. And since you have given the exam, and moreover, these exams are over with this last paper, I wish all of you, the best of luck for your results. You must pass the exam by flying colors. So all the best. And for those students who have opted out, now January is from January itself, new paper will be say given to those students. They have been given a one more attempt basically. So prepare hard for the same. We have launched test series also, a new test series for those students who want to, write papers before appearing the examination. So we are again launching our mock test series. So you can go through those papers, write those papers, and say, take an opportunity, further an opportunity. Now, for whatever reasons they have left the exam, that's a different issue. But the thing is, now there's an opportunity. You should encash the same and work hard till that time. Time is like flying like anything, and these cases are coming, and we have to be very much say safe, and then go to the examination hall and clear those hurdles. One hurdle is this, and the other hurdle is that. So both the hurdles you have to face. But in case if you pass the exam with the flying colors, definitely you have say a great future ahead. So all the best for those students who will be appearing in January examination, and all the best to the students who have already appeared for their results. So best of luck for all of you, and my good wishes are always with you. Thank you very much.